Shalom Akim, Shalom Yasharallah. First off, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth to rule well. All right, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shai. They are the authors, illustrators, creators of our faith. All right. Now, does that mean, and does that give us authority to just try and give up? No, man. Because the hopeful elect are hopeful for a reason, man. They're going to hold on to this truth as much as has been given to them. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, ultimately has everything under his command. But those that say, oh, well, you see, because I've encountered people that say, well, you see, if everybody's already chosen to do work, then, how do I know that I'm it? And those are some of the first steps that you have to take, measuring whether you have enough to build the house with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the third temple. All right. Now this is Job chapter 23 or 22 here in my sword. And I'm going to start off at verse 10. Therefore snares are round about thee, and sudden fear troubleth thee, or darkness that thou canst not see, and abundance of waters cover thee. Is not our power in the height of heaven? And behold, the height of the stars, how high are they? And thou sayest, how doth our power know? Can he judge through the dark cloud? All right, so Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai can see everything that's going on, man. People like to say that, well, if he's they come up with these, what are they called? They're not theories, I forgot what they're called, but like paradoxes, basically, where if the Most High is so powerful, that means he can create a rock that no one can ever lift. But if he be so powerful, then that means he can't lift that creation that he did. Coming up with stupid scenarios to try and justify who the Most High is. When the Most High says it himself, whatever man's thought is, his are much higher than that. All right? So because you think foolish things, that's why the Most High is going to come back and destroy you, man. Like it says in the scriptures, even a fool is counted as wise when he keepeth his mouth shut. All right? So sometimes some things that you come up with, man, those are just simply there to deceive you. All right? Even us brothers that are in the truth, as we go along, there might be one or two things that'll pop into our heads, and ultimately, like there's been a couple things that have been popping in my head, and I'll talk with the brother, but we always come down to the same conclusion, man. Ultimately, it's about doing the work and the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Yes, there's going to be certain things that are revealed unto you that that are part of this truth, that are part of the scriptures. They will be revealed whether through a dream or through certain scriptures, that you'll bring out. But ultimately, that's our goal, man, to build the third temple of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in the body, man. Being inside of that temple, because being outside of that temple makes you profane. All right. So yes, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai can see everything, man. Even through all that darkness that we can't see up. Like I said, his thoughts are much higher than ours, man. His ways are much more perfect. All right. His ways are perfect. Salakia. His ways are perfect. All right. Because every way that he is Yahweh, every way that the Most High is perfect. All right. And Yahweh Shai follows the will of Yahweh. So Yahweh Shai is always doing what the Most High wills. All right. So that's how we have to be. The Most High is looking at you constantly, man. All right. It doesn't matter how many clouds are up in the sky, under how many stories you are, or how many stars are up in the sky in the universe. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai sees it all, man. He even numbered the amount of hairs you have on your head. All right. He even named the stars, man. So he sees everything, man. He ultimately controls everything, Lord of hosts. He's the Lord of everything, man. He created everything. Continuing on verse 14, thick clouds are a covering to him that he seeth not, and he walketh in the circuit of heaven. All right. Now that doesn't mean that the heaven is also flat, man. You know, people like to say that, certain things because of certain wordplay that it has, but, not digging any deeper. All right. The circuit of heaven. Kind of like what blew my mind was that the scripture stated that the winds had a circuit. The winds have a circuit. All right. Everything has a circuit to it. You think of circuit as energy. All right. And everything's going, like Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and 8, I believe, or 9, that what was is to be. So that's the same thing, that this circuit is. It's ongoing. All right. It's ongoing. That doesn't mean that it's flat. That doesn't mean like in I believe it was Wisdom of Solomon when it talks about the stars being a circle. It's not talking about the stars being flat. All right. It's talking about a circuit or a circle, an actual sphere. It says, "Hast thou marked the old way which wicked men have trodden, which were cut down out of times, whose foundation was overflown with a flood." All right. So in the old times, nobody listened to Noah. No one listened to Noah and what he had to say. Noah was running around like, hey, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. That back then there was dew on the in the morning. In the morning we have dew, but back then that's what would flower Salakia. That's what would water the flowers and water the grass. It was that dew, that morning dew. All right. Now Noah ran around saying that it was gonna rain. That dew was gonna fall from the sky, water. And everybody looked at him like he was crazy. And no one listened to him. No one took heed, but he came in the name of Yahweh. All right, he came in the name of the Most High, saying he was gonna make it rain, man. He was gonna make water come from heaven. No one believed. All right, not until the last second, whenever the Most High closed that door, everybody ran to the ark saying, "Let us in." But it wasn't up to Noah. It's ultimately up to the Most High. If he allows you to receive that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, with much knowledge get you understanding, it was up to the Most High, which ultimately writes your faith. All right. It says, which said unto our power, depart from us, and what can the Almighty do for them? Yet he filled their houses with good things, but the counsel of the wicked is far from me. All right. So you see these heathen, you see these other nations, and they seem like they're living a good life, man. All right. They seem like they're living a good life. They're receiving things. You think they're actually blessed. All right. And they call themselves blessed. But like it states right here, man, though their houses were filled with good things, it's not bad to have, to buy you certain things, man. And though their house was filled with good things, their counsel, the counsel of the wicked, was far from him, man. And that's what we need to be. We need to be that counsel that's close to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, storing treasures in heaven, not here in this earth, man. Because we're not Esau, all right? Esau is wicked, and Esau is carnal. All right? He's always lusting after the things of this world, man. We're Yasharallah. We're Israel. All right. We're supposed to be striving for spiritual things, man, which ultimately is life. This word, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that's life, man. All right. That brings you happiness. That brings you life. It says, Salakia. But the counsel of the verse 18, continuing on verse 18, but the counsel of the wicked is far from me. The righteous see it and are glad, and the innocent laugh them to scorn. All right. So the righteous see it and are glad. All right. The righteous see what's going on, man, because we know our power exists. Our power is, all right. He's the one that is orchestrating everything, man. And you believe in him, and you fear that he's going to take you out. Then you're going to start going after his ways, man. All right. And ultimately, Lord willing, we're part of that number and be saved, man. Because as of right now, nobody's saved. That's one of the biggest things that these Christians are deceived by, man. Thinking that they're already saved, all right? You know, it's like, say, for instance, Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones, whenever he's leaving from that ancient building, and that big boulder of rock is following behind him, you know, he knows that his end is right behind him, man. He knows that he's done if he stops. If he stops, he's done. All right? That's how we have to be, man. Constantly looking behind our shoulder, you know, feeling that pressure that the times are nigh. All right? That the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. So we constantly have to be going in our race. All right? We have to fight that good fight. You know? And not until he made it through the gates, you know, of that temple or whatever the hell that was, that building, whenever he finally gets out of it, he falls to the ground, and that ball is no longer chasing after him, man. He already made it through the straight gate. You know? He already made it through the straight gate. And then he can rest. You know? Finally, he can rest. You know, not saying that, you know, once we make it to the kingdom of heaven, we're going to be slobs. You know, that's not the metaphor I'm trying to get to, or the simile. What I'm trying to say is we're not going to be in hard bondage anymore, man. Like I said, Lord willing, we're part of that number. You know? But that's what we have to be striving for, man. Being innocent, being righteous in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? And not letting anger get to us so easy. You know? Because we have to let vengeance to whom it belongs to, man. Ultimately, who does vengeance belong to? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yahweh. All right? Vengeance belongs to him, man. And he's gonna righteously establish his vengeance, his wrath, through Yahweh Shai and the angels. All right? It says, whereas our substance is not cut down, verse 20, but the remnant of them the fire consumeth. Acquainting now thyself with him, and be at peace. Thereby good shall come unto thee. All right, so we have to be close to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You know, because if we stand with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who stands against us? All right, it says, receive, I pray thee, the law from his mouth, and lay up his words in thine heart. All right, and a law doesn't necessarily, you know, have to be those 10 commandments, man. You know, a law is what establishes righteousness. All right, that's what a law is there for. All right, transgression of the law is unrighteousness, man, because that's sin. All right, so to be a righteous man, you have to follow the laws from his mouth. All right, to whom power is given. All right, so if, say you're with a brother, and that brother tells you, hey, look, you're doing too much of this. All right, you need to simmer down. You need to stop doing that. All right, check yourself, you know, and just stay closer to the Most High. You know, that in parts is a law, man. You know, because even though, like the scriptures say, though things may be lawful, you know, in the physical law of the scriptures, you know, though it's lawful, it's not expedient to the spirit, man. All right. It's not bad if you watch TV, you know, but watching too much of it, it's going to hinder your spirit. You're going to start slacking, being a sloth, and you're going to start falling to that temptation of, oh man, well, I want to do this instead. And like one of the elders has said in Dallas, you pass by the Bible and you see that is that you look at that Bible and you pass by like, man, I should read it, but you don't. All right, that's why it's more important to do this, man. To be filled with joy, to do the word of the Most High. All right, to fulfill His will, just like Yahushua, man. You don't think it's scary? It is scary, man. Yahushua was, at one point he was scared. That he had to go through so much pain. But that just goes to show us that it's okay, man. All right, it's okay if we're afraid, but as long as we do the will, like I forgot where that parable was at. I haven't read that in a while, but about the two sons, one of the sons, when the father told him to do something, and the son said, "Father, yes, I'll do it," and he never did. Better was the son that said, "I won't do it," and he ended up doing it, man. So that those are the sons we have to be. Even though we look at it like, man, I don't want to go through that type of stuff, but we still do it because we know, man, we have that fear. All right. It says, Salakia. She said, by good shall come unto thee. Verse 22, receive, I pray thee, the law from his mouth, and lay up his words in thine heart. All right. So in our hearts, these things have to be written, man. And in the kingdom, the law, statutes, and commandments are going to be written in our hearts. And that's why we're going to be able to do the law, statutes, and commandments whenever we're in the kingdom, man, because it will never cease. All right. It'll never cease to stop. It's an ongoing thing. It's a cycle. All right. And by cycle, it's also a circuit. All right. If thou return to the Almighty, thou shalt be built up. Thou shalt put away iniquity far from thy tabernacles. Then shalt thou lay up gold as dust. You see? So the things of this world are going to be laid up as nothing, man. Count whatever you lose or whatever you have as nothing when you lose it, man. All right? Because ultimately we're striving for something that's much better. And the gold of Ophir as the stones of the brooks. All right? So count all that beautiful gold as nothing, man. And gold is the most valuable thing that we have. Diamonds and gold and those type of things. That's what Esau mainly lusts over. Money, riches. But to us, it has to be something spiritual, man. This word, you could buy a book for, a Bible for, say, $35, say maybe $40, maybe $50. But those $50, man, come a long way if you use them correctly, because the scriptures have a spirit in them, man. All right. That's a beautiful spirit to be in, and it says, yeah, the Almighty shall be thy defense, and thou shalt have plenty of silver. For then shalt thou have thy delight in the Almighty, and shall lift up thy face unto our power. Thou shalt make thy prayer unto him, and he shall hear thee, and thou shalt pay thy vows. All right, so right here, when these Christians say, and these other people, these Catholics, whatever, you name it, man, if they're not in the truth, Yahweh Yahushai does not care, even if they will be in the truth later on, of course he's going to care, but if they're in this world, lusting after those things of the world, going to, a big school to have some type of high education, and having a lot of money, and having a lot of vehicles, and having a lot of clothes, the Most High doesn't care about any of that stuff, man. It's all going to be burnt away. It's going to be left as dust. All right? He doesn't care about that stuff. Just like in the old world when Noah was around. What happened to that old world, man? It was flooded. All right? Have you ever seen those movies whenever they have like something valuable in their hand and they just cast it to the sea, that means it's lost forever, right? They counted it as nothing. They didn't count it as a loss. If you cast something to the sea, it's not counted as a loss. Well, the whole world was flooded, man. And all that gold and all those things that were built back then, everything was under the sea, man. Under the ocean, under the waters. Because it's all nothingness. All right? It's vain. Vanity. All right? It says, thou shalt also decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee, and the light shall shine upon thy ways. When men are cast down, then thou shalt say, there is lifting up, and he shall save the humble person. All right, so we have to be humble also. All right, it says, he shall deliver the island of the innocent. All right, and an island, you know, just picturing an island isn't a big mass of land. All right, it's isolated. It's an island. All right, an island is not a big mass of people. All right, this island is talking about the remnant of the elect, or Salaki, yeah, the remnant of the elect. All right, because Israel is the elect, and there's an elect inside of the elect. So the remnant of Israel is going to be saved. Those are the just. All right, the humble. Those are the ones that are working righteousness. It says, he shall deliver the island of the innocent, and it is delivered by the pureness of thine hands. All right, so Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is only going to deliver those type of people, man. All right, now going to Hebrews 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to our power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, must believe that he is. All right, what is the Most High's name? Because his name, you know, goes into the faith, man. His name is Yahweh, meaning he is, he exists, and he is to be. All right, so it says, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. Who's him? Yahweh, the Most High, and Yahweh Shai. All right, so without faith, if you don't have faith that you're speaking to Yahweh Shai so that he can be that mediator, then Yahweh Shai won't even receive it, man. You know? So you have to have faith in Yahweh Shai, and by having faith in Yahweh Shai, you're having faith in the Most High, man. All right? For he that cometh to our power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, must believe that he is. All right? You have to believe that Yahweh Shai exists, and you have to believe that the Most High Yahweh exists, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. All right? So over here is talking about carnal rewards in Job 22. It's talking about carnal rewards that we're supposed to not be seeking, man. It's supposed to be seeking righteousness, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, being humble. All right. And over here in Hebrews 11 and 6, it's talking about a rewarder. All right. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to reward you, those that diligently seek him. All right. But that reward is making it ultimately to the kingdom by praising and worshiping Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. All right, it says, by faith Noah being warned of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai of things not seen as yet. All right, things that weren't seen yet. To that time, you know, it hadn't rained. People hadn't seen that type of stuff. All right, but no one believed him. Moved with fear. All right, so no one knowing and believing that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai exists, knowing that he can be punished, with that fear, he moved, man. All right? If you hear a voice in your head and it tells you, move to your right, and you don't believe Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to warn you, then you're going to stand there and say, the hell was that? And then something's going to fall on your head, man. That's when you're going to realize that you were warned. All right? Same thing with these people. These prophets, these men going out to the highways and the hedges, preaching, move. All right, move in the spirit, wake up. But the people won't wake up, man. And that's why when Yahweh Shem Yahushai comes down, right above their heads, they're going to finally realize and they're going to fall. And then shall they know, like in Ezekiel chapter 2, then shall they know there was a prophet among them. All right. It said, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. All right. You don't think that this world was beautiful before, man? You know, nowadays you can go to, say Yosemite or to different places in this world and see beautiful things. But even things like that, even Israel, man, Israel was beautiful at one point, you know? But even at that point, man, Yahweh Shem Yahushai destroyed it. All right? It says, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. All right? So by faith we are saved, man. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whither he went. All right? So he didn't know where he was going to end up, man. He didn't know where he was going, but he believed that Yahweh Shem Yahushai was going to deliver him. All right? So he obeyed, and he went out not knowing whither he went. By faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. All right? It doesn't say Esau. It doesn't say Esau on here. It doesn't say Ammonites, Moabites. It doesn't say heathen. It doesn't say Gentiles. All right? It's talking about the true elect, man. That right now they may be in a Gentile state of mind, but eventually Yahweh Shem Yahushai will wake them up to realize that they're Jacob, man. All right? Then will the scriptures be fulfilled. The heirs with him of the same promise, you see? The same promise. For he looked for a city which hath foundations, whose builder and maker is our power. All right, so ultimately the maker of our faith, the one that's writing the story and illustrating everything as everything's playing out in the script, Yahweh Shem Yahushai holds us in his hand, man. And if we are his, he's going to keep us in his hands and no one can take us away, man. All right, so with that, Akim, I want to say shalom. Just stay strong. Just keep doing the work, man. As hard as it may get, there's a reward at the end, man. And that reward, Salakia, is eternity. All right, like I said in a couple videos, and how I feel in my mind, what is 10,000 years, 100,000 years of slavery to infinite freedom and love, to finally know love? That's one thing that the brother, my teacher Yabatazar has always said, to finally know love, man. That's something beautiful. So we have to strive for that. All right. So with that, I want to say shalom.